Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are revising all the topics which we have already done. We have already completed 4 chapters, and today we are going to start up with the sole proprietorship form of business organization. In the previous session, we discussed about the forms of business organization, that is the private sector, public sector, then joint sector. So today we are going to start up with the private sector, and in that we will see how sole proprietorship form of business organization, how they conduct their business, partnership form of business, how they conduct their business. So we will begin with this sole proprietorship form of business organization. So let us begin with the meaning of sole proprietorship. Sole means, solo means single. Single person doing the business will be called as sole proprietorship form of business organization. Sole means single, proprietorship means ownership. When a single person is the owner of the business, he is managing, controlling, monitoring, taking all the decisions of the business, investing capital, bearing all the risks and uncertainties of the business, and whatever loss and profit that is incurred in the business, he is only there to take all the profit or bear all the losses. So that type of business concerns will be called as sole proprietorship form of business organization. This is a very small form of business organization because there is only a single person to invest the capital, to manage and control. So it is very, very difficult to start a very big business under the sole proprietorship because a single person has got certain limitations. Though he may be very, very efficient, very, very energetic, he may have a lot of potential, capacity and energy, but still a single person has got certain limitations. For a sole proprietorship, it is not necessary that it should be registered under any act, or there is no act which governs the sole proprietorship form of business organization. Like partnership, joint stock company, cooperative organization, all these, they are registered under the different acts. It is not with the case of the sole proprietorship form of business organization. Any person having the capital and an idea of running the business can start up the business. Only the thing is that proper location, proper installation of plant and machinery, development, establishment of buildings, installation of plant and machineries, organizing all the necessary equipments, labor resources, nearness of market and all these things should be taken into consideration while starting up the business. So you can see in the meaning, it is written also single ownership. These are the key words that should be there in the meaning of sole proprietorship form of business organization. That is the single ownership. Single person invests capital, bears the risk, takes all types of decisions and receives the profit or loss. Different definitions are also given. One of the definition I have taken, that is being given by B.O. Wheeler, L.H. Haney and many other, they have given different definitions, and you will see in your book all the definitions are being given. You can see all these definitions are there. James, Stephenson, J.L. Hansen, J.M. Shubin, Kimball and Kimball, J.L. Landy, all these they have given the definition of sole proprietorship form of business organization. And in different words, they have used different words, but the meaning is the same. Let me tell you one thing. This is the meaning. In the meaning, you can use your own words. If you will use single ownership, individual ownership, that will also be correct. But when you are writing the definition, whatever the writer has written, the words the writer has used, you have to use only those words. You cannot change. So if you are very, very much sure of each and every word, then only please write the definition. In the examination, if it is asked definition, then you will have to write definition. If it will be asked meaning, then you will have to write the meaning. Specifically, it will not be asked that write the definition of L.H. Hanley or V.O. Wheeler. Any definition you can learn and you can write. You are free to write any definition. So you can see V.O. Wheeler has given one of the definition, that is the sole proprietor is that form of business organization which is owned and controlled by a single individual. He receives all the profits and risks all of his property in the success or failure of the enterprise. Means he is also saying the same thing, that sole proprietorship is that form of business organization in which a single person invests capital, owns, manages and control, and he only bears the risks of the business, and whatever profit is there, only he is there to take all those profit, and only he is responsible for all the success and failure of the business. So this is about the meaning of sole proprietorship form of business organization. I hope it is clear to you all. These are the new terms. Please understand these things carefully. Read the book. We are not in the direct communication. So please, whatever problems if you are having, you can give through the Q&A activities on the Next Learning platform. So please understand all these and try to understand the how to write the answers. Keywords. Again and again I am taking this word as keyword. You will have to write all these keywords. You may write many things, but you will not get any marks. You will get 0 if the keywords will not be there. So that is very, very essential. You have to focus on that. That is why every time I am repeating on the keywords, keywords and keywords. So each and every answer, whether it is of 2 marks, 3 marks, 4 marks or 5 marks, keywords are very, very important. And you have to write the answers in those points. Points should be there in writing the answers. And you have to follow this rule only, which is given by the board. Whatever questions I have given you, please do the questions in that form only. You can take the help of the book. Question and answers have been solved for you all in the book. Please see how the answers are written. So you will have to follow that pattern. Now let us move towards the characteristics of sole proprietorship form of business organization. In the characteristics of sole proprietorship form of business organization, the very first characteristic is single ownership. Single means individual ownership. There is a single person who is conducting the business, who is the owner. So only the single person is there, individual person is there to invest capital and manage and control everything. So single person is the owner of the business. That is why the business is run on a very, very small scale, because a single person has got certain limitations. He cannot expand his business more and more. He can do, but he will have to take the help of some other people, because single person cannot be present everywhere to look after and monitor and control each and every activity of the business. Then the second one is one man control. The ownership is by a single person, so the management and control is also done by that single person only, single entrepreneur only. Only he is there to manage and control everything. That is why he is there to take all the types of decisions. So all the control is in his hand only. So that helps him in taking the right decision at the right time. He doesn't have to discuss anything from anybody. or he doesn't have to convey anything to anybody, to communicate anything to anybody. So that is why there will be no delay in decision making. It is just because of one man control. Though it is, you can take it as a limitation and you can say that since there is one man control, so a big business concerns cannot be undertaken under the sole proprietorship form of business organization. Then the next is no legal entity. Legal entity means no separate entity. No separate entity. As I have told you, when we were doing the business, in what is business, when we were doing that chapter, I told you all that business has a separate legal entity. Means business and the owner, they are separate from each other. That is true. But in case of sole proprietorship, there is no difference between the business and the owner, because it is run by a single person, and if the single person dies or due to any circumstances, if any problem arises, so the business automatically it will come to an end. So that is why it is said that there is no legal entity, means the business doesn't have the separate entity as if it is like in the case of joint stock company. It is not in the case of this sole proprietorship form of business organization. But generally business has the separate entity, means separate identity. Then the fourth one is unlimited liability. Liability is unlimited. Why? Because he is the only person who is the owner, who is managing and controlling the business activities. So of course his liabilities will be limited. Now what are liabilities? Whatever the responsibilities are there, he is the single person and he can only, he is the only person who is going to take all the decisions of the business. So these are the situations which the sole proprietorship has to face. So let us understand this unlimited liability once more. Unlimited liability means that if some problem arises in the business, so in that situation, the business concerns, in that situation, the owner, even he will have to sell his personal property also for paying the dues. He will be forced to sell his personal property for paying the dues, for meeting out his liabilities. So this is the, you can say, one of the demerit also of the sole proprietorship form of business organization, which is not in the case of joint stock company. So now unlimited liability, that is very much clear. You have to write this, that unlimited liability means that even the sole proprietor has to sell his even personal property also if it will be required, if it will become essential, and the properties of the business, if that will not be sufficient in paying the dues, then even his personal property will be sold out to pay the dues to the outsiders. This is the meaning of unlimited liability. You can get even a 2 marks question also, like what is unlimited liability. So you will have to write all these keywords. Now the fifth one, no profit sharing. Single person is there, so to whom he is going to share the profit? He is only going to take all the profit, or if there is any loss, he is there to bear all the losses of the business. Small size, I have already told you, single person has got the limitation. He cannot expand his business to a very, very large scale because single person has got certain limitations. He cannot control the activities all alone. So that is why on a very small scale only these types of business that will be successful. No legal formalities. I have told you that there is no legal formalities, no registration, nothing that is required. Only like if that individual is going to start the chemist shop, so for that he will have to take the license. Only the business concerned, the sole proprietorship form of business organizations, they will have to maintain or the limited rules of the government. They have to follow the limited rules, the rules which are framed by the government, because the business exists in the society and they will have to take care of those rules and regulations while doing the business. Otherwise, all other legal formalities for the formation and all, that is not at all required. There is no act under which this business organization that has to be registered. So these were the characteristics of the sole proprietorship form of business organization. So we have discussed the meaning of business organization. We have also discussed the characteristics of business organization. Now let us discuss about the objectives of sole trader business. Before moving towards objectives of sole trader business, let me tell you one thing. There are many business organizations, those who are running their business successfully. You can see that is the business concerns that is run by Aditya Birla, Tata, Ambani. Then you must have heard of the brand Haldiram. It was started in 1973. And now it is near about 2000 crore business. So you can see they had that spirit of doing the business, and slowly and steadily they have reached to a greater heights. So the thing is that if you have that burning desire and passion to achieve something, and if the business concerns, the individuals, the entrepreneurs, they have the capacity to convert the unfavorable situation into a favorable situation, then only they can achieve and reach to a greater